performance. That to me, as an MMA guy, as a mixed martial arts guy and a fan of it, from a pure athletic standpoint, yeah, that's an intriguing fight with Maia. Definitely a nice challenge, especially because Maia has looked good in his last few outings. But draw wise, I mean, that's all going to depend on GSP, really, especially in Canada.
Yeah, that's a fight. That's a fight for a combat fights connoisseur. You know, we would like to see it, but not for the return.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Right.
saying. Like return, and he's saying this is not a one-time shot. I'm just coming back to do one. He's coming back for another UFC run. Like I'm going to do another few fights. But him being, same age as me, 35. What he's probably got a year or two maybe coming back. That's if no injuries prolong anything. I mean, I think if he gets injured again, it's done. He's not going to do anything, especially if he gets injured in his fight that he returns in. Then Nick Diaz. Not really, because it was so one lopsided. It was so one lopsided. So I don't. Sorry about that. Phone on vibrate. But it was so one lopsided. I mean, yeah, can Diaz build a track because that's his return fight. But I mean, it was so one lopsided, and that was GSP injured with an Achilles heels during that fight too. So
Right.
no, I mean, not really. I mean, I'd rather see Diaz face somebody else on his return. GSP definitely. Woodley. I mean, GSP said. I think he's only interested in the fight just because of the challenge of Woodley, not necessarily, the belt. But obviously, if he fights Woodley, the belt's going to be on the line.
Right.
But GSP doesn't need to be the champion anymore. He's had that run. He's defended the title 9 times. That's the most in history in the welterweight division. That's number behind Anderson Silva has the most title defenses in UFC history. Silva has 10, so he only had one more to reach. But, he retired, so that starts over. And then, of course, there's possible talk of a Conor McGregor fight. But I mean, after that first, because he was sitting, and it was talks because he was sitting ringside for that first Nick Diaz and Conor McGregor fight. And after he saw that, like, haha, not impressed by your performance.
Yeah, we all know what it is.
Yeah. So but GSP said that it would be easier for him to cut down and make 155 than it would for him to make middleweight. As far as being, at the advantage of having the weight, stuff like that, because, middleweights come in, guys that walk around probably 210 to 220.
Right.
So, and GSP walks around at a good 185, 190,
Well,
on
he
his best
does?
day for welterweight.
I would assume he walked around a little heavier than that.
Nah, 185. He might now because he wanted to during his potential return, he was thinking about moving to middleweight and he was putting on the pounds. But I think that's where he is right now. But he's just saying if it was to be a Conor McGregor fight, he could cut down and make that easier. He can make 155 because he obviously, he would smash. He would smash McGregor at 170, man. That would be a slaughter. I mean, McGregor's my boy, but that would be a slaughter. I mean, he would just slam him down like a rag doll. I mean, but like I said, Conor's got a piston left hand, man. He catch it. But I've always said this, people don't give GSP enough credit with his chin, man. Like, I mean, I know Sarah caught, but he caught him, and he took some blows.
Right.
He's taking some shots from, hitters like Hardy, Conduit, and Johnny Hendricks, and they didn't knock him down. They didn't knock him out. Ain't nobody knock him out. So if he can take some of their punches, I'm sure he can take a McGregor. But then, like I said, puncher's chance.
That Condit head kick
usually
sits people.
Yeah.
And I mean, he sat down, but he
got his bearings back, came back. That was a great fight. That was a great fight, bro.
It was.
But I don't know, who would you, if anybody, not even just the people that we talked about, if GSP's return to Canada, December 10th is supposed to be the date in Toronto, who would you like to see him face?
Oh man, I personally, Woodley.
Really?
But that's just me being selfish.
Why?
Because I can't see him involving himself in a fight that doesn't have a belt on the line. A title shot.
But that's what I'm saying. He said it doesn't matter. He said he wants the best fight, the guys that are the most. And that's why he said Woodley would be a good fight, because he would be a good challenge. He wants the fights that are going to be the most challenging, or super fights. Because I think Cormier asked him. He said, "What intrigues you more, a title fight, a super fight, or just a competitive fight?" So, I think, like I said, now this is the thing they're talking about. having a super fight we'd wait for years. Say he was to beat Woodley, fight Woodley and get win the welterweight title back. And then they're saying if Conor was to beat Alvarez, that's where they're going to have that boom, like that super fight. That would be
if
astronomical in the world of MMA, man.
Now, if Conor does take the Alvarez fight and handles him in spectacular fashion, that would give that fight more validity to me.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And
So
I mean, Conor at 155 or 145 is just going to be yikes.
Right, yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. But then we still have that Silva fight, though, all depending on what Silva does in his next matchup. I'd like to see
Anderson
that.
Silva. Who is he supposed to be fighting next?
I haven't heard anything.
I thought he was supposed to be fighting somebody next week. Maybe there's nothing right now, based off because he lost fight Cormier at UFC 200. So that still could be out there. They're keeping that low.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be nice. I still like to see it. I mean, just because now they're not both at. But then again, that's when it was most matter when they're both at the top. Boom, boom, boom. Let's head off. But now it's like kind of over the hill. Not really. I can't say that. I take that back. Silva had not been over the hills past two fights at all. You know what I mean? He didn't have no preparation time for Cormier. No, but when we get back, we'll talk about Dana White's opinion on GSP coming back. Kind of said that before, but he put out a little more out there. I'll get back that more on the new generation of sports talk radio. ScoreAndError.com, The Score with Tyson's Punch Out.
It's your man's a veteran here. Like some camaraderie, witty banter, and a little humor when you listen to the radio? Then make sure you tune into the D.O. Jr. Sports Show every Thursday morning from 10 a.m. till noon. The new generation of sports radio on WSOA, ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
Are you someone who has always dreamed of a career in sports media? The Ohio Media School now offers a 6-month sports emphasis program to prepare you for a whole new career. Whether it's radio or television, play-by-play or production, the Ohio Media School has you covered. You will receive training from professionals that are actually in the industry. The Ohio Media School will get you where you need to be for a successful career in this exciting, expanding field. To schedule a visit, call 614-655-5250 or go to beonair.com. Stop dreaming about a career in sports and make it a reality at the Ohio Media School.
Do you need home repairs? Do you want a new style to your home but don't know where to start? Well, call Kimball Home Repairs and Renovations, and owner and founder Glenn Kimball will come out personally and give you an estimate on the job. Commercial or residential, we can do it. Kitchens, bathrooms, basements, we can do it. Drywall, paint, flooring, plumbing, we can do it. Whatever the job, big or small, we can do it. For over 35 years, Kimball Home Repairs and Renovations has satisfied thousands of customers with high-quality service at reasonable rates. Please call Glenn Kimball for your free estimate at 614-206-9459. Again, that's 614-206-9459. Or email at kimballDrywallAndPaint@yahoo.com. Kimball Home Repairs and Renovations has been family-owned for the past 35 years, and we now consider you part of the family too. Please call at 614-206-9459 for your free estimate now.
Hey, do you have a job that requires a trucking company? Here at Manesi Trucking and Repair, Manesi specializes in hauling, such as gravel, asphalt, and dirt. There's no job too big or too small. Here at Manesi, we have over 40 trucks to serve your hauling needs. Also, during the 27 years of being in business, Manesi specializes in repairing heavy and light-duty equipment, any engine size from a pickup truck to a D9 dozer. Broke down? Here at Manesi, they also make service calls. Get you up and running again. Give Don or Brian Manesi a call at 614-921-9183 or stop by at 1715 Atlas Street in Columbus, off of Trade Use, or at ManesiTrucking.com. Remember, needing material hauled or equipment fixed, give a call to Manesi Trucking and Repair.
We know that Columbus, Ohio was discovered back in 1812. We know it's the 15th largest city in the country. Did you know that Columbus has grown to be one of the most exciting cities in the United States? Experience theater, sports, music, family fun, and more. It's time for you to experience Columbus. take the family to a theater show at the Garden Theater or the Columbus Performing Arts Center. Show team spirit at a Crew soccer game, Blue Jackets hockey game, or cheer on the Ohio State Buckeyes. Want to see some live music? Head downtown to see a live music show at the Columbus Commons. You could also see your favorite performers at the LC Pavilion or the Newport. Don't get me started on the places to eat. Impress your date and grab a meal at the high-class restaurant in the Short North. Play, stay, dine, and explore all right here in the capital city. For more details, log on to ExperienceColumbus.com. Turn your experience into a lifelong memory. Get the sports you want, when you want. Broadcasting all day and night. You're home for the latest sports news and updates. You're listening to ScoreOnAir.com.
All right, welcome back to WSOA, The Score. This is Tyson's Punch-Out. Kicking in things, I think we left off on GSP and his potential return. But first, just want to make sure that you all check out the Facebook page at Tyson's Punch-Out. That's facebook.com/Tyson's Punch-Out. You can also follow me on Instagram with CURECKA. That's also my personal Facebook handle, Instagram and Twitter. I think we left off talking about Dana White's opinion on the matter of GSP, and he basically said he doesn't think he has basically the fight or the eye of the tiger, whatever you want to call it. Like he said, he doesn't have that champion urge in him, and it kind of like 'cause I guess Cormier told him that Dana White. That was a direct quote from Dana, and basically GSP was like, "You don't know me." Like he was like, I guarantee you one fight in, and you'll see. He's like, I'm way better than I was when I left.
He said 1 minute of his first fight back, and he'll prove him wrong.
I'm like, man, he's better than he was when he left. Oh my god. I know. Like, I mean, got to see it to believe it. I mean, it's 3 years out the game, but GSP is a calculating, intuitive fighter. He's not going to do anything he knows he can't win. He's on a 12-fight win streak still. I mean,
he hasn't stopped. He hasn't stopped training.
He hasn't stopped training.
Sat down. He hasn't been sitting around on the couch.
Yeah. I mean, he'd been injured while he's been out because he's been training. I believe he blew his Achilles heels out. Like, and that was like within the first year of his semi-retirement or whatever. 3 years is a long time to take off, though. But,
it is.
I mean, but especially in your fighting prime, and now you're mid-30s for a fighter. And GSP, he potentially took more damage in his last 3 fights before he semi-retired than he did in his entire career. Obviously, besides Sarah landing them bombs on him in his first title loss. But, like I said, we talked about the conduit fight. You know what I mean? That head kick, his head, that hematoma to the head was swelling.
Oh, yeah. And I told you it was going to happen.
That head was brainiac. And then he fought Diaz, and Diaz Diaz didn't do a lot, but he lit him up a little bit. He was cut.
He was getting hit. Yeah,
he was getting hit. More, like I said, more than he usually gets hit. Then obviously the Hendricks fight, he was taking some damage too. That's like I said, them 3 fights is the most damage he's taken. More in total than his entire career. Like every other fight put together, those 3 were more damage put together than any other fight. As a record stands 22-2. Basically, he's beaten everybody he's ever faced because he avenged the heck out of those 2 losses.
Oh yeah.
Like complete obliteration the next time around. But I guess the whole what they're talking about with the Dana, and I guess he said GSP is saying it's the Reebok deal. that's really the hurdle of him getting back in right now, because he's got a lot of sponsors. That's why he don't need to come back if he don't want to, because he's making money.
Right.
His net worth is $25 million. And he's not fighting.
And he had to not be active.
Not be
for
active.
3 years.
Retired at 32. A millionaire. I ain't got to do nothing but just do some commercials. He's a hero in his home country, his hometown. All that. So he's always going to have work. Be on commercial sponsors, even if it's not like global or in the U.S. He's always going to have something over there. He's a Canadian hero. So, and I guess it wouldn't be fair. The hurdle is, I guess it wouldn't be fair if he was able to. It's just Pete though. Like if he's able to get around the Reebok deal, but other fighters can't. You know what I mean? So I guess that's really the whole thing. But he said, like, from what he's talked, obviously he can't really all the details of the contract, but he's saying basically it's like he's being reasonable.
Right.
Whatever he's doing is being reasonable. It's just them. But then you also got to take into account now it's not Zuffa anymore. It's the new owners. And they haven't shown too much like they're going to be any different than Zuffa, though, with things. But
well, they're just getting started.
But that also stands, do they have to own up to the Reebok deal? Because they're not the ones that signed the deal. Even though they own the UFC, but it's like, does it hold them? I mean, obviously it does in some kind of way. There might be some legal hoop that they can jump around. But this will be interesting to see how this new company handle. This is the first high-profile negotiation, that they're handling.
Yeah, this is definitely going to change things.
Yeah,
it's definitely going to change things.
So I think that would definitely. It definitely show what kind of company the new company is. That's crazy. We're no longer going to see that Zuffa logo when it comes on that. Like that's gone. No more of that. So I wonder what the new logo will be.
Right.
Whatever they are. But like I said, be interested to see how they handle it. I hope, obviously, because everybody wins if he comes back. Everybody's going to make money. It's going to draw revenue, and the trash talk can begin on whoever, he fights. Hopefully not his first fight back, but potentially second. Like I said, depending on how their next fights go, him and Conor, that would generate so much. Him losing that first Diaz fight set things back in motion. It did. Like if he'd have just fought, if he'd have won that, he would have already defended his belt at UFC 200, and then we'd already be on like to the next. Just think about that. If he wouldn't have lost to Diaz that first fight, they would be fighting at. They would either be fighting at this Madison Square Garden card or this Toronto card.
Right.
If he wouldn't have lost, because that wanting to do that rematch sets everything back in motion.
But looking back on the Diaz-Conor situation, I think it couldn't have went better. It made it a lot more dramatic.
Oh yeah, for sure. But it just keep out the steamroll he would have had if he'd have beaten Diaz. Just kept and he had strolled in this UFC 200. The momentum he'd have had behind him. I went up to welterweight, thrashed a welterweight.
Right.
What's up? Who's next? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. UFC 200 would have been him in GSP. I'm telling you.
You think so?
He was there. That's why he was there when he lost. Performance.
But I don't think that he was cleared as far as the USADA to fight.
That's
yet.
why he was there. Though. Keep in mind that was March. UFC 200 was in July. You need 4 months.
Right.
So that's why he was there. I'm telling you. That's why he was there, man. It would have happened. That's just paying attention to detail on everything with that. But hey, it's what it is. That's always gonna be them what if scenarios. Somebody gets injured.
Yeah.
It is
but
what it is.
Dana though, I think Dana is questioning his want to fight and to be champion because he's not just agreeing to anything.
That's what it is.
George is
because he's a smart guy.
Not like he said in the interview you were referring to. He said, "I'm not going to fight for peanuts."
Yeah,
you know,
like
I'm making money and I'm an inactive fighter right now. So he's being reasonable. We'll see though.
We'll see. I think also there's a fight card this weekend. The main event I know is Andre Arlovsky and Josh Barnett.
Yeah.
That's a good fight.
Oh, yeah.
I got Arlovsky. I've never seen a fighter come back and totally reinvent himself the way he has. Because he had a glass jaw for like a good half a decade.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about.
Like, I don't know what kind of PEDs he was saying. Sorry.
Mental humps, because if you remember Arlovsky's reign, it was a big deal when
Talking
Arlovsky
about
was
back
winning.
in the early 2000s,
Oh,
mid
yeah.
2000s. Yeah, I mean, when he won the heavyweight title, the UFC heavyweight title. I mean, but then it was like from there. I mean, he had that good war with Tim Sylvia. They had
Right.
some good. They had their little trilogy, but it's like after that, and then the UFC kind of gave him the boot, and he just kind of trailed off and was just getting cleaned by people. And he fought Fedor. You know what I mean? I mean, that was Fedor when he was still
Right.
pretty relevant, and he cleaned him good. But ever since he's come back to the UFC, he has looked better than ever.
Yeah, he looked good, man.
I mean, that dog fight he had. Who was that? Travis Brown. He had that dog fight with. Was that him or who was that when they had that back and forth? They were hitting.
I mean, taking some mean shots for those guys to be heavyweights exchanging like that. I mean, it's like just watching it, you cringe. But I mean, those guys handle it well, you know.
Yeah. Who you got for that fight? Barnett or Arlovsky?
Man, I can't call it. I
Really?
really can't call it. Barnett, man, he's something special too. He has a lot of unseen attributes that people sleep on. You look at his build. You look at
he got them damage miles on him though.
He does. He does.
Like I'm just in it. There. I still got to stay in it. Like he done take some beatings.
He has.
So I don't know. I got Arlovsky just because he's looked better than ever. You know, he needs. I think if he wins this fight in devastating fashion, he'll get the next title shot between Stipe and Overeem, which will be. God, there's a lot of fights coming up. That's next weekend.
Wow.
The Overeem Stipe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
we
that
just
fight,
talked about that.
That fight is happening?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, remember you just mentioned to me about the two. You got something, the High Rock Casino, UFC 2.
That's happening on that card?
That's that card, yeah.
Oh, amazing.
That's the CM Punk card.
I know. But that's all I was really focused on.
Oh, the CM Punk?
Yeah, Mickey and CM. But I didn't know that fight was actually made. I hadn't paid attention to the undercards.
Oh, I mean, that's the main event. I mean,
right.
Yeah, because it's for the title. So, those are definitely the two fights I'm looking forward to. Overeem finally getting. I wonder if he's gonna do it, man. If he do, he's got the trifecta of MMA, all the belts, man.
This is it's
a big deal. He's got to win it. This is Stipe though. Stipe ain't no slouch
at all.
We'll definitely talk about that when we come back from our break, and also get into the CM Punk fight as well too here on Tyson's Punch Out on ScoreOnAir.com.
Football is back, and the Score has you covered.
Are you ready for some football?
The new generation of sports talk radio breaks down every game.
Are you ready for some football?
Only on ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
The new generation of sports talk radio. Here's your ScoreOnAir.com Score Center update.
I'm Producer G with your weekend Score Center update. College football kicks off in historic fashion over the Labor Day weekend with some huge top 25 matchups. Thursday night featured the first preseason ranked team in the nation as number 9 ranked Tennessee wins a close one in overtime against Appalachian State by a score of 20-13. Saturday at noon features a matchup of Heisman hopefuls Baker Mayfield and Greg Ward Jr. as number 3 Oklahoma takes on 15th ranked Houston. Also at noon, 6th ranked Ohio State begins their season against Bowling Green in the Shoe, and 7th ranked Michigan will face Hawaii in the Big House. 22nd ranked North Carolina will face 18th ranked Georgia at 5:30 on Saturday. The night games will feature the best matchups with 20th ranked USC taking on number 1 ranked Alabama in Arlington, Texas at AT&T Stadium. Heisman hopeful Deshaun Watson and the 2nd ranked Clemson Tigers will take on the Auburn Tigers in Auburn. Monday night features possibly the most anticipated matchup of the week as number 4 ranked Florida State will take on 11th ranked Ole Miss in Orlando. I'm Producer G, and this has been your Labor Day Weekend Score Center. Enjoy the day off and let everything from the weekend soak in. You're listening to the next generation of sports talk radio. WSOA, ScoreOnAir.com, The Score.
Hey guys, Matty Ice here, proud alum of the Ohio Media School. Get the training you need to get a job you will love. The Ohio Media School has classes in radio, television, sports broadcasting, and film and video production. Visit beonair.com today to get started. That's beonair.com.
You've tried the rest. Now come get fresh at Fresh Cuts Barber and Beauty Salon. Specializing in all phases of hair, Fresh Cuts provides many styles and looks you want while keeping your hair healthy and refreshed. Whether it's natural cuts, relaxers, coloring, braids, dreads, or even eyebrow waxing and tinting, the expert barbers and hairstylists at Fresh Cuts make it happen. Stop in for a visit today at 5131 East Main Street in Columbus or open an appointment with Miss Mel by calling 614-866-4000. You've tried the rest. Now come get fresh at Fresh Cuts Barber and Beauty Salon.
Nasty's Sports Bar in Reynoldsburg is under new management. Located at 6150 East Main Street, the home for Taco Tuesday is rejuvenated and the home for great food and family fun. Nasty's Sports Bar is a great place for happy hour, serving $2 domestics, $3 glasses of wine, and $5 appetizers, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Call 614-864-2827 to find out the daily specials. Nasty's. Great food, family fun, with a cool name.
If you or someone you know have been injured at work or have been denied Social Security disability benefits, the Nisley Law Office can help you get the benefits you and your family deserve. A family firm that treats each client as family, they have been serving Ohio employees for over 50 years. And they don't get paid unless you get paid, whether it's workers' compensation or Social Security disability. Now located at 1111 Dublin Road in Columbus with satellite offices in Lima and in Chillicothe. For free consultations, call 614-486-9503, or for more information, visit them at nisleylaw.com. So if you've been injured at work or have been denied Social Security disability benefits, the Nisley Law Office can help you get the benefits you and your family deserve. Visit their new office in Columbus at 1111 Dublin Road, give them a call at 614-486-9503, or visit their website at nisleylaw.com. The Nisley Law Office, helping you get the benefits you deserve.
Broadcasting from the Score On Air studios at the Ohio Media School in Columbus, Ohio. Your home for all the latest sports news and talk. ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
Welcome back into the home. So when we left, we were talking about some
All right, welcome back to the Score On Air, the new generation of sports talk radio. This is Tyson's Punch Out. I'm your host, Tyson. Make sure you give us a follow on Facebook at facebook.com/Tyson's Punch Out. Check up on all current updates. And also give us a call if you want to join the discussion at 614-641-0674. Again, that's 614-641-0674. All right, I believe we left off where we had CM Punk and what's his name?
Mickey.
Mickey.
Mickey
Yes.
Gall.
There we go. Mickey Gall, right?
Right.
Mickey Gall. And I guess their little Q&A or their phone conference got a little, CM Punk kind of trolled him with like, you ain't making my kind of money though. Like, so I guess because I guess there was a big talk about basically Punk, you know, he said he's walking around like over 200 pounds or something like that, and you know, Gall was like, well, that's fine with me, I'll get a piece of your purse. You know, and he's like, and you know, Punk's like, yeah, bleep, right, you know, you ain't. He was like, that's the most money you'll ever get. You know, so it was something along the lines of that. I read about it, but I didn't get to actually hear what he actually said. It was something along the lines of, you know, like, whatever, kid, you ain't getting none of this money over here. I mean, I guarantee he's getting some money, though.
Oh, yeah.
Punk's got to be getting some. I don't think, like, McGregor kind of buy, but how much would you think he's getting?
I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, he's a big name. when you think of the demographic that he's going to pull over just to watch, it's kind of similar like pulling Brock Lesnar into a card.
Yeah.
So he definitely commands a good purse.
I mean, but what would you say though? What would you say he's getting?
I mean, I don't know, because I mean he's so green with it. When I say green,
As far as fight skills.
Yeah, I mean,
I
can't call it. But I could definitely see him being humble enough to not go in there and be like,
I want this, I want that. Yeah, I mean, he knows.
I want all red Skittles in my dressing room. Like, he's not that type of guy. You know what I mean? He knows what it is.
Have you been checking out the evolution of Punk that's been coming on Fox Sports 1?
I haven't.
Pretty revealing. I mean, because I followed him as a sports entertainment professional wrestling fan. I don't care. I'm not gonna call it that. But and obviously, my son was real big into CM Punk when he was like 1 year old, imitating the entrance and all that stuff that. So that's what kind of really drew me into him. So I'm like, man, if my son sees something, I gotta. What's going on? I mean, even though I was a fan of him before that, but then I really started paying attention. So, I think. So anyway, the whole point was, like him seeing his like behind the scene and how. He's he's the type of guy that took this serious. It's not like, okay, it's not, even though it's a freak show spectacle, he's taking it like, this is my career now. I'm not just a professional wrestler coming over here trying to, just do, a one-in shot and do one fight, get paid, and then I'll go back to professional wrestling. He's taking this serious. I mean, and then the camp he chose, Rufus is one of the best camps in the nation, if not the world. And he's taking the time to really ground up, start his game, take all aspects of it serious, and especially somebody coming from the, sports entertainment world, he's going to take the striking serious, And then people go, oh, well, he doesn't like getting punched in the face. Who likes getting punched in the face? Nobody.
Except probably them Diaz guys. I mean, it's not a matter of who likes to get punched in the face.
Yeah.
It's who doesn't mind it too much.
Yeah. I mean, it's also about how you react to a punch. I think that's what most people mean by, oh, he doesn't like getting punched. It's like how you react. You curl up in a little ball as soon as you get hit. Like, oh my God, I got hit.
Close your eyes, all that kind of stuff.
And get on that bicycle. Get on that bicycle quick. So, I don't know. I mean, but see, I'm wondering how the footage, the way they're trolling it, I'm like, man, he might get thrashed. But also the footage I've seen was last year. You know what I mean?
Now, in his defense, I did see a couple gym fights the other day. Now, mind you, this is somebody you respect your sparring partner.
Yeah.
These weren't actual gym fights. These seemed like slightly more aggressive sparring matches. Man, he wasn't going 100%. But he did look a little uncoordinated with his striking. He looked a little uncoordinated, but his timing was there. When he saw openings, he was taking little strikes, but he wasn't trying to take his sparring partner's head off.
Yeah, he's just getting in there trying to put it all together.
Right.
You know what I mean?
From what I saw, I really can't gauge how he's going to perform in the ring. I really can't gauge.
Really?
I mean,
yeah. It depends on the guy too. I mean, you don't know how he's going to approach it. Is he going to go in? I think if anything, he's just going to he's a young kid. He's just going to try to bum rush him.
And that my thoughts exactly.
He's got, but this is from what I've seen from it so far. Like he looks like the weakness might be. But again, this is last year's footage I saw from the.
Right.
They started from January of 2015 to up to now, and it looks like his takedown defense might be his weakness. Like he was like, rest. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, based on the footage, but keep in mind this is when he was first starting. Then seen some of his, sparring sessions, and he was getting taken down.
It could all be psychological warfare too. You have to take that in consideration. You're not going to show your opponent what you can do before you go in there.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
I mean. But you know me, I like to peel back layers and give people benefit of the doubt. I mean, I know if I were him, you wouldn't see a single second
of
a
they got
video
to.
clip of what I'm doing.
I mean, they got to with him though. Oh yeah, that's how I would do it. Anything it would be like straight up like, okay, this is just for the cameras. You would not see any of my training methods.
Right.
Anything.
Right.
Nothing at all. So, but I mean, like I said, Punk's the type of person. He like watching the footage. He's like, I want to. He's like, I gotta get better. He's like, he's not satisfied with his performance when he's going there. He's like, I gotta get better. He's like, I gotta get better than this. I want to be better than this. So he's taking the right mentality. Everything. He's taking the feedback from all the fighters, and he's gained all their respect too. You know, the guys like Ben Arkins and all them guys that were like, this guy is a freak show. Then he came in there and they seen his work ethic. They respect him more now.
Right.
I mean, just from what he's doing too. Anybody that's coming from his world that he's known for and coming over this one, you gotta be crazy to want to be a fighter. Just a little bit. Just a little bit to be. I want to, potentially get punched in the face for a living. Or, but you want to punch other people. But to say, I want to fight for a living, and then you want to do it in front of thousands and millions, thousands of people in an arena, millions across the world. I don't think people really understand the psyche that this isn't, we're standing on the corner, everybody, you'll stand around. That's the whole difference. I mean, that's, like, okay, rep points too, like, I can't get beat up in front of people I know. But, I mean, think about that. When you get to that level, especially like you say, a Ronda, a Conor, a GSP, when you Brock Lesnar, when you get to those levels, Floyd, anybody, you get to those levels and you lose. Well, I guess take Floyd out of there; he's never lost. But the people, aforementioned that people, and you lose. Think about how the world comes down on you like that. Like, stay off social media. Back in the day, like Ali and Tyson day, if somebody lost, you ain't got to worry about getting trolled on social media. Like, you don't see the hate. Now you see it.
Yeah.
You see it.
Yeah.
CM Punk seeing all that. People, especially when he blew his shoulder out, people were like, why are you doing, like this down. He said he didn't respond, though, because, that's going to bring him down to the circus level, the whole media thing with it. So, but we'll keep that rolling when we come back on the New Generation in Sports Talk Radio on WSOA Score on Air, Tyson's Punch Out.
Football is back, and the Score has you covered.
Are you ready for some football?
The New Generation of Sports Talk Radio breaks down every game, every week.
Are you ready for some football?
Only on ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
Honest, ethical, creative, and innovative. That's what you get from the experts at Landscape Design Solutions. Springtime is around the corner, and it's time to get your yard and garden back to prime condition. Or if you want the exterior of your home that will wow the neighbors, they've got you covered. Landscape Design Solutions specializes in patio installation and repair, walkways, wood decks, fire pits, and much, much more. The winter can leave behind damaged grass and plants, so refine them with lawn fertilization, tree and plant care, mowing, and irrigation installation.
We love having the family over to grill out in our new beautiful patio, and the kids are always excited about the wide open yard. The best investment we've ever made.
So if it's transforming your yard or renovating your landscape, see landscapedesignSolution.com to view beautiful projects they have designed. Or call Jeff and Jacob at 614-632-7737. Again, that's 614-632-7737 for all they have to offer. Landscape Design Solutions, taking a concept and turning it into reality.
Get the most out of your money with the Oreck XL Deluxe Hypoallergenic Upright Vacuum Cleaner. This state-of-the-art vacuum cleaner is exactly what you need to keep your home clean. With advanced technology, the Oreck can reach dust and dirt in places you never imagined. As an extra perk, you won't need to buy bags ever again, as this amazing machine is self-cleaning. Let's face it, it can get frustrating going over the same spots over and over again due to spewing of dirt, dust, and allergens. Well, with Oreck's 7 layers of filtration, this is the most powerful vacuum cleaner on the market. It can be yours now for just $399. For more info on how to make it yours, give us a call today at 1-800-ORECK-XL. That's 1-800-673-2595.
Have you been seeking furniture to replace your old one? Well, look no further.
Payless Furniture and Mattress. Carries all Ashley furniture at the lowest prices in town. Sofas and love seats starting at $5.99. 4-piece bedroom suite starting at $3.99, which includes headboard, rail, dresser, and mirror. Queen mattress and box starting at $189 with 5-year warranty. No credit check. However, a voided check. If you don't have a voided check, bank verification forms will do. 90 days same as cash, as well as layaway and finance. Payless Furniture and Mattress is located at 5139 East Main Street, Columbus, Ohio 43213. Again, 5139 East Main Street, Columbus, Ohio 43213. Or you can call them at 614-866-9755. Again, that number is 614-866-9755. So get in your vehicles and come see us at Payless Furniture and Mattress. Store hours are Monday through Saturday, 10:30 to 7:30. Sundays, 12 to 5.
Are you someone who has always dreamed of a career in sports media? The Ohio Media School now offers a 6-month sports emphasis program to prepare you for a whole new career. Whether it's radio or television, play-by-play or production, the Ohio Media School has you covered. You will receive training from professionals that are actually in the industry. The Ohio Media School will get you where you need to be for a successful career in this exciting, expanding field. To schedule a visit, call 614-655-5250 or go to make it a reality at the Ohio Media School.
The Tyson's Punch Out. All right, back here on the new generation of Sports Talk Radio, scoreonair.com. This is Tyson's Punch Out. If you want to join the talk, join the discussion, give us a call, 614-641-0674. Again, that's 614-641-0674. Don't forget to follow me on Tyson's Punch Out on Facebook.com. It's facebook.com/Tyson's Punch Out. And I believe we left off on kind of just CM Punk's talk on how his evolution, the CM Punk evolution, and how his training, how everything's been going basically for him leading up to his fight with Mickey Gall. And like I said, that'll be interesting. That's next weekend, next Saturday in Cleveland. So that's interesting here in Ohio. So hopefully his debut. I mean, I'm a Punk fan, so hopefully it does go over well for him. You know, hopefully he gets the win. You know, that garners him to. Hopefully he looks like good. You know, I hope he looks like outstanding. But I mean, the kid he's fighting is no slouch. You know, he's a pretty decent fighter. You know.
Yeah, he's acceptable.
Yeah,
he's
acceptable.
acceptable. No,
yeah.
He is. I think that it's a
this
great
is an opponent.
matchup.
Yeah, it's a good matchup for Punk's first, fight in the UFC. I mean, you can't throw him in there with a veteran to take his head off. You know,
right?
You want it. You want him to win, so that at least the UFC does, so they can garner a little more money off of him. Because if he wins, that's going to create more, revenue for them to, for another fight. If he loses, now it's like, oh, it's just a freak show spectacle.
Then Mickey gets all the
recognition, of course,
and they'll start trying to build him up.
No, of course. I mean, it's a win-win for them anyway. But like they're guaranteed to make more money if Punk wins, because
absolutely.
It's not like it's Conor and Diaz. You know what I mean? Diaz was a veteran of the sport. Was his name up there? No, but that fight with Conor brought that way up there. Now he's a superstar. Yeah. But we'll kick things into a little. No. Before we go into boxing, news also Matt Hughes potential return. He said he would either come back for a title shot or a fight against Matt Serra. What's your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, I'd love to see Matt Hughes fight again.
Would you?
I would love to see Matt Hughes fight again, but does he deserve an immediate title shot? Absolutely not.
Oh, no. I mean, especially if he fought Woodley. I think Woodley would just destroy him. The game, it's another one of those a game has passed you by to. I mean, first of all, he's older. I don't, just because I don't want to see another legend fighting past his immediate prime. Don't tarnish your legend, more than it needs to be, like Roy Jones has done. Like the young generation today, they hear someone talk about Roy Jones, like in comparison to Floyd or something like that, they're like, how dare you compare this dude? You can talk about the dude that commentates and gets beat up. overseas. You know, it's like,
right.
dude, you got to understand. Roy Jones in his prime was a
He was a monster. Him, James Toney, all those guys. You look at James Toney now,
it's like
hard to believe everything that he had accomplished.
Exactly.
Same
thing with Jones. I mean, you have all, especially because Floyd walked away from his career with a 0 on the other end. And they're like, and you know, that's what merits everybody to look at. Roy Jones Jr. should have walked away when after the not the second Tarver fight. I mean, that was a bad knockout too. But who was it? Carl. I forget.
No. You're talking about Glenn Johnson.
Glenn Johnson.
Glenn Johnson, the king of bums.
King of bums. Just trolled him out. I mean,
he's no slouch though.
I mean,
no disrespect.
But to
Glenn
Roy
Johnson.
Jones, you know what I mean?
I mean, he did. The blueprint
that was a
was
bad.
set. The blueprint was set
by Tarver. Yeah,
Tarver set the blueprint, and Glenn Johnson executed that same blueprint.
And I mean, after that, it was just. That's what I mean, because those were some bad knockouts. Those were bad. You know, the way he hit the canvas, back of the head. Like, nah, you got to call it a career, man. You can't be getting knocked out like that. And he's been knocked out like that more since then. That was like 10 years ago. The upcoming events in September, we got Triple G versus Kell Brook. Middleweight bout, you know, Kell Brook stepping up about, 20, 30 pounds. And then we got Canelo versus Liam Smith. Don't really care since Canelo wants to be Duck Dodgers, as I stated before. I mean, I'll catch it eventually, you know, just so I can assess the fight, you know, because it's what I do for the show. But, you know, until he wants to, you know, bring his A game to the big boy table and fight and man up and fight Triple G, you know, whatever.
How dare they? Is that a pay-per-view fight?
I think it's a pay-per-view fight.
How dare they?
Yeah, how dare you? How dare you?
I mean. Absolutely horrible.
And he gets another belt. Like, he gets a shot at another belt. Like, no, you don't get. He just got stripped of a belt. You guys gonna give him another belt? Right. Again, the belts have no clout. That stuff like that makes the belts in boxing have no clout.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
what Triple G's trying to do. Like, I want all the middleweight belts. Give them all to me so I can be the undisputed middleweight, you know, champion. That's gonna get, like, he has every single middleweight belt, super, you know, junior, you know, diamond, whatever.
It's all just for negotiating in power. And hopefully, once he retains everything, he fights somebody credible.
And he can't. Nobody wants it with him. And then they're saying, what's his name? Jacobs is going to have to fight him next. If Triple G wins his fight against Kell Brook, and then Jacobs is fighting. I gotta forget who he's fighting. He fought him. Who did he fought? But I remember the guy like twisted his ankle. It was like last year. I forget who it was, but if he gets past him in this rematch, then Jacob is his mandatory.
Okay.
But I don't think Jacob won it either, man.
Nah, Jacobs will fight him.
You think?
Oh yeah, Jacobs will fight him. He already said he wants to fight him.
Did he?
Yeah.
Now that'd be an interesting matchup.
But we hear that all the time.
Of course.
Yeah, give me the, you know, just like when they said what's up with Triple G in the press conference after Amir Khan, and he just flexed at the camera. He flexed at him like this. Hello.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
After whose fight?
After he knocked out Amir Khan.
Wait, after Canelo knocked out Amir Khan?
Yeah, in the post-fight press conference.
Canelo flexed at the camera?
So somebody asked him, like, so can we look forward to a Triple G fight next? And he all he did was just flex, like, I'm ready. And that's what he said in English, I'm ready. Oscar was behind him dying laughing, like, that'll never happen.
And you know why it won't happen? Because you know they used to spar back, right? Way back in the day.
Really?
Oh, yeah, you didn't know that? Like something with a Big Bear or whatever. Not the grocery store back in the day, but
of course not. Of course not.
That's an Ohio thing. But
Big Bear grocery store.
It was like a gym or something like that, way out. But the trainer, I mean, even he was saying, like, man, I hit him with some body shots that made his trainer cringe back then.
Really?
Yeah. So he knows what he's getting into the ring with.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, he's advanced since then. This is like amateur time.
Right.
You know, he don't want that. He don't want no Triple G kind of problems. That Gennady Golovkin problems. Yeah.
But you hear what they're trying to say about his gloves though?
Who, Triple G?
Yeah, they're trying to say that he's got most of the weight on his gloves is around the wrists. He's got some special gloves.
Oh, he's trying to describe.
That's the same thing Maidana tried to pull with Mayweather.
Yeah.
Mayweather wouldn't allow him to wear those gloves because most of the weight.
Oh yeah, and it was like they was like thin.
Yeah. Most of the weight was around the wrists. You know.
That thin work, like boop.
Just them loopholes, man.
No, didn't they used to say Rocky Marciano used to put a shoe horse in his glove or something?
A shoe horse in his glove. Oh man.
Something they say he used to cheat, like, you know,
Yeah.
mob and stuff. They said something like that.
Yeah.
That's a little ridiculous.
Put
But
a shoe horse in your glove. That's horrible.
Like gling.
Rear. That's crazy.
Other than that, on the boxing front, I mean, I don't know. Is there any fights in boxing besides them? You know that. I mean, there's guys I like to watch fight. Like obviously, like Rigondeaux, Lomachenko. It's just man.
Right.
That's like man, that dude's like an artist when he boxes.
That's the fight I want to see. I want to see
Rigondeaux and
Guillermo versus Lomachenko.
We ain't gonna see that.
And that's horrible that we probably won't see that.
Why is boxing doing this to its fans? Stop.
Because it's not about us, man.
And
it's
then
not about us. It's about feeding all the 50,000, 100 people that are behind the one fighter, keeping everybody living right. That's all it is.
I mean, because it's like that's why the sport of boxing has died in the UFC and in MMA has got, because it's more exciting. It draws people in because you got so much more going on. It's being promoted out there more in boxing. You know, they rode on Mayweather and Pacquiao's back for the past 10 years, and now they're basically gone. And of course, you got Pacquiao and Jesse Vargas coming up in November. I mean, I'm a fan of Pacquiao. I'll watch it, but it's not like, oh my God, I can't wait to watch that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not. It doesn't have me like that. You know, I'll watch it because I am a fan of Pac-Man, and if I get to, if he gets to knock somebody out, But I mean, Vargas, I don't know. Depends on what Pacquiao shows up. Pacquiao don't got that killer instinct anymore. He's got that, come to fight, but not that killer instinct where he was sleeping people like Ricky Hatton, and them wars he had with Marquez,
Those were some great build-up years for that division, but then
the Margarita fight, even the Margarita fight, he looked outstanding.
Oh yeah,
he was taking some shots from a bigger guy, but he put a boxing hurting on Margarita.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why I respect Porter, Thurman, Spence. Those guys, they'll fight anybody.
Yeah,
they will. They'll fight anybody. They're not about which fight makes sense. Y'all, okay. Y'all want to see us fight? We're gonna fight. But Thurman, man,
who's he fighting next?
I
heard that in Sister Porter.
He doesn't have a set fight. I think they're building up a fight between him and Errol Spence.
Really? Yeah, you're right. I think so. Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh man,
definitely.
Yeah, and Thurman will fight anybody, but I think he know that gonna go if he step in the ring with Errol Spence.
You think?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you think Spence will put a hurting on Thurman?
I don't think. I mean, as much as I respect Thurman's actual pure boxing skills, his combination of power and boxing, oh man, he's just gonna get walked down something terrible and hurt.
You think? I thought Thurman was the bigger guy of the two.
Thurman bigger than Spence. Spence is a lot taller, a lot longer.
Really?
Not a lot, but yeah, man. I got Spence all day.
Huh. All right.
No, all right. I mean, don't get me wrong, man. I respect Thurman to the moon and back.
He said to the moon and back. Man, that's interesting. That's an interesting thought process on that one. I'll probably go with Thurman. I don't know why. I'm thinking Thurman was bigger than Spence.
Did you see what Spence just did to Bundu?
No, I think I actually missed that one.
And then when you look at what Thurman did with Bundu, I mean,
but styles make fights too, though. But
man, listen, there ain't enough boxing skills in the world to avoid what Spence can do, because Spence can box too.
Yeah, true.
True. And he's got, it's like they say, power. You either have it or you don't. And Thurman has.
Yeah.
He has that power. If you're standing in front of him and coming at him like real strong, swinging, and that's when Thurman's going to sit you. But, I mean, Errol Spence is a whole different monster.
Yeah, I probably would give him the edge on pure boxing skills. over Thurman, putting it all together anyway. You
Right.
know, but I mean Thurman has a way of, I don't know, like trapping guys in a sense of, because when I watch him fight, it looks like sometimes it doesn't look like he knows what he's doing with somebody, and then he has a way of just figuring them out from a certain range.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, that's still an interesting fight. I mean, but that's nothing etched in stone, though. Who else do you think he could fight if it's not for Spence? If not Spence.
Man, I don't know. There's a few options out there.
Because he said he doesn't want to fight on pay-per-view. He wants to give fans the fight. He don't want to make them shell out money and give them the fights they want. I know. But, I don't know. We'll kick back into that in a little bit more when we come back from the new generation of sports talk radio on ScoreOnAir.com with Tyson's Punch-Out.
It's your man's a veteran here. Like some camaraderie, witty banter, and a little humor when you listen to the radio? Then make sure you tune into the D.O. Junior Sports Show every Thursday morning from 10 a.m. till noon. The new generation of sports radio on WSOA, ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
Are you someone who has always dreamed of a career in sports media? The Ohio Media School now offers a 6-month sports emphasis program to prepare you for a whole new career. Whether it's radio or television, play-by-play or production, the Ohio Media School has you covered. You will receive training from professionals that are actually in the industry. The Ohio Media School will get you where you need to be for a successful career in this exciting, expanding field. To schedule a visit, call 614-655-5250 or go to beonair.com. Stop dreaming about a career in sports and make it a reality at the Ohio Media School.
Do you need home repairs? Do you want a new style to your home but don't know where to start? Well, call Kimball Home Repairs and Renovations, and owner and founder Glenn Kimball will come out personally and give you an estimate on the job. Commercial or residential, we can do it. Kitchens, bathrooms, basements, we can do it. Drywall, paint, flooring, plumbing, we can do it. Whatever the job, big or small, we can do it. For over 35 years, Kimball Home Repairs and Renovations has satisfied thousands of customers with high-quality service at reasonable rates. Please call Glenn Kimball for your free estimate at 614-206-9459. Again, that's 614-206-9459. Or email at KimballDrywallAndPaint@yahoo.com. Kimball Home Repairs and Renovations has been family-owned for the past 35 years, and we now consider you part of the family too. Please call at 614-206-9459 for your free estimate now.
Hey, do you have a job that requires a trucking company? Here at Manesi Trucking and Repair, Manesi specializes in hauling, such as gravel, asphalt, and dirt. There's no job too big or too small. Here at Manesi, we have over 40 trucks to serve your hauling needs. Also, during the 27 years of being in business, Manesi specializes in repairing heavy and light-duty equipment. Any engine size, from a pickup truck to a D9 dozer. Broke down? Here at Manesi, they also make service calls. Get you up and running again. Give Don or Brian Manesi a call at 614-921-9183 or stop by at 1715 Atlas Street in Columbus, Alva Trade Use, or at ManesiTrucking.com. Remember, needy material hauled or equipment fixed, give a call to Manesi Trucking and Repair.
We know that Columbus, Ohio was discovered back in 1812. We know it's the 15th largest city in the country. Did you know that Columbus has grown to be one of the most exciting cities in the United States? Experience theater, sports, music, family fun, and more. It's time for you to experience Columbus. Take the family to a theater show at the Garden Theater or the Columbus Performing Arts Center. Show team spirit at a Crew soccer game, Blue Jackets hockey game, or cheer on the Ohio State Buckeyes. Want to see some live music? Head downtown to see a live music show at the Columbus Commons. You could also see your favorite performers at the LC Pavilion or the Newport. Don't get me started on the places to eat. Impress your date and grab a meal at the high-class restaurant in the Short North. Play, stay, dine, and explore all right here in the capital city. For more details, log on to ExperienceColumbus.com. Turn your experience into a lifelong memory. Get the sports you want, when you want. Broadcasting all day and night. You're home for the latest sports news and updates. You're listening to ScoreOnAir.com.
Tyson's Punch-Out. Check it out every Wednesday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. live on ScoreOnAir.com. All right, welcome back to the new generation of Sports Talk Radio with Tyson's Punch-Out on WSOA Score on Air. Make sure if you want to join the discussion, give us a call, 614-641-0674. Again, that's 614-641-0674. Make sure you also follow me on Facebook with Tyson's Punch-Out at facebook.com/Tyson's Punch-Out. And what I'm going to do is just rewind back up here a little bit in the show's portion of the MMA part, and really didn't break down the UFC 203 card. Forgot there were quite a few other fights. Obviously, we talked about Mickey Gall, CM Punk, and but also there was a Uriah Faber versus Jimmy Rivera, Jessica Andre versus Joanne Calderwood, and then we had Travis Brown versus Fabricio Verdum, and of course the heavyweight championship match between Stipe Miocic versus Alistair Overeem. Now, we'll start with the Travis Brown versus Fabricio Verdum. Who do you got taking that one?
Oh, Fabricio.
Fabricio?
Oh yeah.
They fought before, didn't they?
Yeah, Travis Brown has been a little inconsistent
lately.
Yeah.
I mean, he was on a little bit of a roll. I think that laying up with Ronda got him a little slouchy because he like, man, I got Ronda. I ain't gotta have no aspirations anymore. I got my meal team.
yeah. He don't even got to fight no more.
He don't, cause she's all in love with him too. Like, I just want to have his baby since I lost.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, but don't throw your dreams to the side, man. You had a nice little run going towards the title, and it was like,
yeah. And then one loss, and he seemed like he just.
It was to Arlovsky, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like that was a banger. That wasn't nothing. And then but I think he lost again after that.
That was actually a upset. That was an upset.
Yeah, it was, because the role he was on. I mean, he knocked out the guy that's fighting for the title this weekend. He knocked out Alistair Overeem in devastating fact. But that's just but that was Overeem before he went to Jackson. Mm-hmm. He went over to Jackson and Ring was it?
Yeah, he was with the Black Zillions.
He was with the Black Zillions, and he was just like he would blow himself out. Mm. He would be tearing somebody up. They weathered the storm, blow himself out, and then he just done.
That Bigfoot fight humbled him, I believe.
No, he wasn't even humble, dude, because that's how he fought Travis Brown, and then Travis Brown did the same thing.
But that's when Brown was on a terror, though.
That's what I'm saying. But he was beating the brakes off of Brown in their fight, and then he got gas. Brown weathered the storm, came. I mean, because he hit him with a kind of a fugazi front kick. He had no steam to even block. It was just like, I'm done. He was
right. So yeah, I do remember that.
He blew his tank. Yeah, so I mean, of course, Jackson's gym is good at making guys put together a sound game plan. It might not be the most exciting, but they put together winning strategies. Right. Probably one of the best gyms that are good at doing that with their fighters, breaking them down. Yeah, this might not be the most exciting way, but we can come up with a plan that's going to, some of the best plans that can help you win. So he hasn't been overexerting himself or blown. I mean, but then again, look what he did with Junior Dos Santos. He cleaned Junior's clock, man. That was, he. Did you see that one?
Yeah.
The Overeem and Junior Dos Santos?
Yeah, but when Junior doesn't have to worry about being taken down, he'll throw with you and he'll exchange with you, and he's very comfortable. If you have that element to where he feels like you could put him on his back, that's when he's not aggressive and he waits. And I mean, you can't strike with Overeem like the way he tried to.
That's Dosky.
Oh yeah,
I call him Dosky.
Oh yeah, but
he's just that ultimate gatekeeper now. At the heavyweight, you get past him, automatic title shot.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, because in the heavyweight division, he's the number one guy behind Kane.
Right.
But I mean, then you got Verdum. But to Verdum's credit, he just got caught in the Stipe fight. He got caught while Stipe was backpedaling. He got caught.
Right.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. You got to be on a tear to get a rematch for some reason. If you were a dominant champion, that's the only way. I mean, I don't know. It just all depends. But like how Lawler doesn't get immediate. Robbie Lawler doesn't get immediate rematch when he was been bringing the fights, bringing exciting fights.
Right. But there's a lot of other people that's been making a lot of noise,
Yeah.
especially with the talks of GSP returning.
Yeah,
those are the things that can slow immediate rematches up.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, when there's options, it's gonna
It's
be a
like,
little
okay,
more
champion's
difficult.
got to go, get his bearing. Just like, well, for instance, like Aldo. You know what I mean? I mean, he basically does. He's the first person to get a crack at the title, because, Connor's fought in two people. He's had 2 fights with Diaz, and that kind of held things up for sure. I mean, because the fight with Diaz, that second fight, basically, Rafael dos Santos getting injured just threw a lot of things out of wax, too, because if he wouldn't have got injured, they would have fought, he'd have won that title. What would he have been doing after that? Because the Diaz fight would not have happened had he won that title.
Right.
I don't think so. Not immediately. But then again, you don't know. Could have. I mean, because Diaz's last fight before that, it was versus Michael Johnson. It wasn't that impressive.
Right.
He beat him up. But it was Michael Johnson on top of that, too. He ain't made a lot of noise. He's an impressive, he's an impressive fighter, but he ain't making no noise.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, for that, for kind of sidetrack, Travis Brown versus Fabricio. Hey, I would say Fabricio.
Yeah.
Never know, though.
I got Fabricio. He want that belt back. He already said it.
Yeah.
He said, losing like that, I could still see him being hungry enough to want to get that run going again.
See, but what about Joe's? That's what I was going to admit to, because he was a dominant champion for years and he had to earn his shot back. No, actually, no. I take that back. Remember when Rafael dos Santos did get injured, they offered him an immediate rematch, but he didn't want it. Not right away. He was like, it's not enough prep time for me.
Right, smart, because he knew what he was up against. That guy, he slept. They were sleeping on Conor when that happened. You're referring to the Conor fight, right?
Yeah. I mean, not only that, I think Aldo got beat by the moment. Just the 2 years of the trash talk and the hype, and I think it mentally took it out of him. He wasn't Aldo of old. I think Conor really got in his head. I mean, you got to trade back. That's why it didn't bother Diaz, because I'll talk trash with you, And I think that almost bothered Conor a little bit, because he's not used to his opponents talk. I mean, they might say a little something, but they're in anger. They're upset. This guy's talking like this. Diaz can talk it right back with him.
Nothing shakes him.
Yeah.
Nothing shakes him. You're not getting in my head with that. Yeah. Okay, whatever.
Like, dude, I'm from the streets.
And he wasn't even really exchanging with him. He'd just shoot one little
drop a little F-bomb on him or something. Like, just, whatever. Bleep, flip him off, something like that.
But you could tell he meant it, though. Like,
and that's what got him.
a few words.
Yeah. Like, man, a few words, but it was just like, to the point. You know what I mean? And Conor's over there spitting, The Rock nursery kind of. But he's entertaining. You know what I mean? The guy's selling himself, which is what you got to do as a fighter, boxing or MMA. You want people to watch your fight, entertain them. You know what I mean?
Right.
Entertain them. That's how you're going to get your money. Like I say, be a heel. Be the bad guy. People love to hate on somebody. So be the guy. Give them that love to hate you.
Even in his post-fight interview after that Diaz 2 fight, it was just
dollars.
Hearing him elaborate and explain how he's feeling and what he was going through is still you just like to hear the guy talk.
He's mastered the art of trash. Say trash talk. He's of self-promotion. He's mastered it.
Right.
He's mastered the mic. And I think that'll be part of that on again, off again deal that the UFC and the WWE have. I think Conor will do something at probably WrestleMania this year. I think.
I heard that.
I mean, especially because he's been talking smack about wrestlers. Calling them weak and that's the kind of soft term I'm going to use for what he was actually calling them. But you know what I mean? Like, I think that's to set something up. I mean, if anything, like a little run-in, like what Ronda did a few years ago when she did her little run-in with The Rock and Triple H and Stephanie McMahon at WrestleMania, something like that. Just like, the UFC let them use Ronda for that, and then okay, would WWE let UFC borrow, Brock Lesnar, so who's the next option to draw eyeballs, attention, revenue? Conor.
Oh yeah.
Who else? You know what I mean?
When we see all of these things transpire and it means something and it's not going to go anywhere, when you're considering the two companies that are involved, they're going to capitalize off these situations.
Oh yeah. I mean, this is the thing. People can, you can downplay, you can try wrestling's fake or this and that. That is the greatest promotion going ever, and that's actually going to be part of my top of the list. Greatest promoters ever. I'm going to have a top 5 list, and across all sports, boxing, WWE, MMA. The best.
We already know who number 1 is.
So. But I mean, the UFC, Dana White's even admitted that they borrow their parallels. They market themselves directly almost behind what the WWE is formatted. Look at they got the WWE Network. Look, they got UFC Fight Pass. Of course, they're not going to show their pay-per-views on that because the UFC makes their revenue off their pay-per-views. WWE doesn't make theirs strictly off their pay-per-views. That's why they were able to do what they have done with the network and show them on there. Which, hey, I thank you. Saves me a ton of money. I ain't gotta find a stream or because they don't have Hooters here no more to show the WWE pay-per-views anymore. But I don't know. Definitely yeah. I know. When we get back, I'll talk a little bit. We'll still keep some MMA going. Talk a little WWE, and then we'll do our top of the list here on Tyson's Punch Out on ScoreOnAir.com.
Football is back, and the Score has you covered.
Are you ready for some football?
The new generation of sports talk radio breaks down every game.
Are you ready for some football?
Only on ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
The new generation of sports talk radio. Here's your ScoreOnAir.com Score Center update.
I'm Producer G with your weekend Score Center update. College football kicks off in historic fashion over the Labor Day weekend with some huge top 25 matchups. Thursday night featured the first preseason ranked team in the nation as number 9 ranked Tennessee wins a close one in overtime against Appalachian State by a score of 20-13. Saturday at noon features a matchup of Heisman hopefuls Baker Mayfield and Greg Ward Jr. as number 3 Oklahoma takes on 15th ranked Houston. Also at noon, 6th ranked Ohio State begins their season against Bowling Green in the Shoe, and 7th ranked Michigan will face Hawaii in the Big House. 22nd ranked North Carolina will face 18th ranked Georgia at 5:30 on Saturday. The night games will feature the best matchups with 20th ranked USC taking on number 1 ranked Alabama in Arlington, Texas at AT&T Stadium. Heisman hopeful Deshaun Watson and the 2nd ranked Clemson Tigers will take on the Auburn Tigers in Auburn. Monday night features possibly the most anticipated matchup of the week as number 4 ranked Florida State will take on 11th ranked Ole Miss in Orlando. I'm Producer G, and this has been your Labor Day Weekend Score Center. Enjoy the day off and let everything from the weekend soak in. You're listening to the next generation of sports talk radio. WSOA, ScoreOnAir.com, The Score.
Hey guys, Matty Ice here, proud alum of the Ohio Media School. Get the training you need to get a job you will love. The Ohio Media School has classes in radio, television, sports broadcasting, and film and video production. Visit BeOnAir.com today to get started. That's BeOnAir.com.
You've tried the rest. Now come get fresh at Fresh Cuts Barber and Beauty Salon. Specializing in all phases of hair, Fresh Cuts provides many styles and looks you want while keeping your hair healthy and refreshed. Whether it's natural cuts, relaxers, coloring, braids, dreads, or even eyebrow waxing and tinning, the expert barbers and hairstylists have been for a visit today at 5131 East Main Street in Columbus, or open an appointment with Miss Mel by calling 614-8FRESH at Fresh Cuts Barber and Beauty Salon.
Nasty's Sports Bar in Reynoldsburg is under new management. Located at 6150 East Main Street, the home for Taco Tuesday is rejuvenated and the home for great food and family fun. Nasty's Sports Bar is a great place for happy hour, serving $2 domestics, $3 glasses of wine, and $5 appetizers, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Call 614-864, check out the daily specials. Nasty's, great food, family fun, with a cool name.
If you were injured at work or have been denied Social Security disability benefits, the Nisley Law Office can help you get the benefits you and your family deserve. A family firm that treats each client as family, they have been serving Ohio employees for over 50 years. And they don't get paid unless you get paid, whether it's workers' compensation or Social Security disability. Now located at 1111 Dublin Road in Columbus with satellite offices in Lima and in Chillicothe. For free consultations, call 614-486-9503. Or for more information, visit them at nisleylaw.com. So if you've been injured at work or have been denied Social Security disability benefits, the Nisley Law Office can help you get the benefits you and your family deserve. Visit their new office in Columbus at 1111 Dublin Road. Give them a call at 614-486-9503 or visit their website at nisleylaw.com. The Nisley Law Office, helping you get the benefits you deserve.
Broadcasting from the Score On Air studios at the Ohio Media School in Columbus, Ohio. Your home for all the latest sports news and talk. ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
All right. Welcome back into the hop. Welcome back. All right. So we'll get into this last segment about NFL news real briefly. I wanted to kind of touch on some teams that you guys might have thought were overrated or underrated in college football this year.
I don't know. You saw Florida State at 4. That's kind of.
I could say Florida State's overrated.
Yeah, I think it's way too high.
North Carolina.
UNC, yeah, UNC every year.
Louisville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ole Miss.
Oregon's underrated.
Are you sure?
At 24?
I was just about to be like, are you serious? Are you sure?
Oh, he's got to have internal injuries right here.
All right, welcome back to Tyson's Punch Out here on the new generation of Sports Talk Radio on WSOA Score On Air. That's www.scoreonair.com. And I'm going to kick it into the WWE portion of this segment. Did lose my co-host there. He had to cut and run, but that's okay. We'll keep things going here. And I wanted to get into, we have a new WWE Universal Champion. That is Kevin Owens. Won the four-way battle royal between himself, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Big Cass. And an interesting outturn of events, Triple H popped up on the scene. And pedigreed, I mean, he just came out of nowhere. We haven't seen Triple H, of course, since WrestleMania. And he came out of nowhere and pedigreed Roman Reigns crazy on the floor.
I heard about that. I heard there was a few pedigrees, was there not?
Yeah, and that's my producer, Ann. She's going to help me out and join me here for the WWE portion of the show. And I mean, after that, then he rolls Rollins in the ring, has him pin Reigns, and then he gets in the ring and he makes it seem like he's going to attack Kevin Owens, and he turns around and he pedigrees Seth Rollins and signals Owens to cover. I mean, that was surprising, being that Rollins was his golden boy for past few years, with the Authority. So I mean, what do you think about? What do you think about? What is that going to do? What is that about?
I don't know. It seems to be a not so uncommon practice in WWE where there's these turns.
I mean, yeah.
So I'm not surprised per se. It is eventful, I would say. But
yeah. I mean, but the thing was, it's not looked like Stephanie wasn't even in on it. She looked surprised, and of course, Mick Foley was standing beside himself. But
yeah, I heard Stephanie was doing a lot of things, talking about women revolution and stuff. Stephanie McMahon.
Yeah, she came out there, and who came out there? I'm trying to remember who came out in the middle of Raw, and she basically it was Paul Heyman.
Okay.
It's Paul Heyman, yeah. When she demanded he come out there and apologize for Lesnar's actions at SummerSlam for, F5ing Shane McMahon, and he did a trigger. He triggered something, and she was just like, she started trolling she started getting at him. Yeah, she went on a rant on him, and you know, he apologized, but it was like it was like a devious apology. Like when she said she accepted it, because basically he appeared to her like, you know, sorry, you're going to be, you know, it's not going to be Shane that inherits the WWE. It's going to be you, and this and that. And she was like, so we in no way want to, you know, basically take you off because da 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 and all that. And she's, you know, she kind of just she accepted his apology, and as she walking out, he, you know, he has that devious Paul Heyman face on.
Yeah.
So,
He wouldn't be Paul Heyman if he didn't.
but I love Paul Heyman is the best. It is something like, man, just give that guy a microphone.
Right.
I mean, that's why it works so well with Lesnar. Like, just give that guy a microphone, and he is just gonna light the arena.
He's gonna cut it.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. So that's how that went. But Brock Lesnar was suspended, I guess, for that. But I mean, I guess that by. I don't know for fighting, but then I'm like, but he might not be fighting again, so it doesn't matter. Like,
wait, he was suspended?
Yeah.
For fighting?
Well, I mean, no, no. I'm sorry. Something. I guess I don't know if it's kayfabe or not, but I guess he was suspended by WWE or USADA. Somebody gave him some kind of handed down some suspension. I don't know if it's for his fight for tested positive, for what he tested positive for. So, I mean, if he's suspended for like, you know, MMA fighting, like, well, who said he was coming back?
Wait, so he got suspended from MMA or WWE?
That's the thing that it's like, I don't know if they're trying to tie it in. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if WWE is trying to tie it in with some kayfabe, or if you know, I forget which one it was. I forget the entity that suspended him. I think it was being kayfabe though. Because you know, he got the $500 fine. That's why I think it's he's temporarily suspended.
Right.
Because okay, I just looked it up here. He's suspended by the Nevada Athletic State Commission. Yeah. Okay. So okay. Ooh.
Yeah.
He's not a full-time fighter. Doesn't affect him.
Right.
Because they're not, WWE's not suspending him.
That's his vacay time.
Yeah, I mean, he's okay. I'm on vacation. I got my money. But and then, you know, Heyman came out. That was part of it too. Like, Heyman came out. He was like, I came out here to pay his $500 fine. So he takes out a big stack of ones and he starts flipping them at Stephanie like that.
What?
Yeah. So that's what made her kind of like. And he's like flipping. He's like 1, 2, 3. Like, he's just counting them out. And she like smacks the whole roll out of his hand.
Yeah, like
all over the ring, out of climbing that barricade.
Get that out of my
face. Get that, buddy. But just back to also, you know, Mr. Fuji died.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard he died. So that was pretty sad.
Same
you know.
day as Gene Wilder.
That's oh, was it the same day? Wow.
Well, I found out the same day.
Oh, that's funny with it, kids, because Mr. St. Dominic there, he was like, yeah, that was my twin.
What?
Gene Wilder. No, Gene Wilder. He said that was his twin.
Twin?
Yeah, like he said he looks like it was. He had a post. He gave like a little, you know, rest in peace on his Facebook page, and he had that on there. So I mean, yeah, he's part of my childhood. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Mr. Willy Wonka. You know, the original. You know, not that Johnny Depp version. You know.
I haven't seen the Johnny Depp version ever.
I can't because
I love Johnny Depp, but
yeah, I can't just because I grew up on the original with
the
Gene Wilder. Yes, like I read the book as in my day. You know, in elementary school, we actually read the book and then we saw the movie too.
Okay.
So you know. You get those extra tidbits when you read the book, that extra stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not in the movie or TV show. You know, when
it
it's
couldn't fit.
Yes, basically, or what they want to cut out, what they think is not important to viewers.
Right.
You know, just like a Game of Thrones book. But anyways, I would like it to be. But yeah, Mr. Fuji died. Of course, if most people might not followed his career, he was definitely one of the all-time pioneers and. Professional wrestling, and he became one of the best managers. He managed Demolition, and of course he managed the great late Yokozuna. You know, when for his reign as WWE champion. So it's that
Japan.
He was, yes. Okay. Then I don't know if you ever used to see those skits with him and Don Morocco. Yeah, they used to do skits like they had like a little parody of Miami Vice and General Hospital and stuff like that, where they were doing that. And then you got I don't remember the other parody. I'm trying to think because they showed them. But yeah, it's kind of sad to hear. Mr. Fuji. Rest in peace. Definitely one of the greats. Definitely a Hall of Famer. He was already inducted. I believe he was already inducted into the Hall of Fame. Then of course, also just a little. I know we talked about CM Punk on the MMA scene, but also I guess him and Colt Cabana are no longer friends. I guess Punk was upset with him. They unfollowed each other on Twitter, and I guess the reason for it was, I guess Colt Cabana showed up at a recent Raw, and basically was backstage and taking pictures and stuff like that. And I guess that was going to hurt him in his case. 'Cause I guess I'll talk about that when we come back in our next segment. I guess the WWE during his lawsuit with WWE when we come back on Tyson's Punch Out on ScoreOnAir.com.
Football is back, and the Score has you covered. Are you ready for some football? The new generation of sports talk radio breaks down every game. Are you ready for some football? Only on ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
Honest, ethical, creative, and innovative. That's what you get from the experts at Landscape Design Solutions. Springtime is around the corner, and it's time to get your yard and garden back to prime condition. Or if you want the exterior of your home that will wow the neighbors, they've got you covered. Landscape Design Solutions specializes in patio installation and repair, walkways, wood decks, fire pits, and much, much more. The winter can leave behind damaged grass and plants, so refine them with lawn fertilization, tree and plant care, mowing, and irrigation installation.
We love having the family over to grill out in our new beautiful patio, and the kids are always excited about the wide open yard, the best investment we've ever made.
So if it's transforming your yard or renovating your landscape, see landscapedesignSolution.com to view beautiful projects they have designed. Or call Jeff and Jacob at 614-632-7737. Again, that's 614-632-7737 for all they have to offer. Landscape Design Solutions, taking a concept and turning it into reality.
Get the most out of your money with the Oric XL Deluxe Hypoallergenic Upright Vacuum Cleaner. This state-of-the-art vacuum cleaner is exactly what you need to keep your home clean. With advanced technology, the Oric can reach dust and dirt in places you never imagined. As an extra perk, you won't need to buy bags ever again, as this amazing machine is self-cleaning. Let's face it, it can get frustrating going over the same spots over and over again due to spewing of dirt, dust, and allergens. Well, with Oric's 7 layers of filtration, this is the most powerful vacuum cleaner on the market. It can be yours now for just $399. For more info on how to make it yours, give us a call today at 1-800. That's 1-800-673-2595.
Have you been seeking furniture to replace your old one? Well, look no further.